All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rakah, Kodash. I want to give double honors to my apostles and elders, great millstone, who teach very well where I learned this truth from. And salutation out there to the hopeful elect who continue to push this word in our truth, faith, and sincerity. And also, Shalom to the millmen and children who sincerely believe upon the words of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai. And today, man, just basically getting on the downfall of this current kingdom, man. The kingdom of Babylon, because we can see this thing falling right before our eyes, whether it be through the economy, or whether it be through inflation, whether it be through wars and rumors of wars, or even nations bucking up against this place, man. Even their own people are bucking up against them, man. Because even a lot of Edomites, they're unpleased with the rulers of Babylon. Let's go ahead and start off right there in the book of Matthew 12. This is the book of Matthew 12. I'm going to jump down to verse 28. It says, but if I cast out devils by Salakim. This is Matthew 12 in verse 26. Salakim. It says, and if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand? And Satan is divided against Satan, man. Whether it be in the form of Republicans and Democrats, whether it be in the form of the LGBT in the streets, whether it be in the form of feminism and and being an alpha male, every point in America or every entertainment or every ideal is fighting against each other right now, man. Basically, that's why this kingdom cannot stand, man. Because number one, you got an LG XYZ president, but the things that's going on social media is you being an alpha, man. You know, on top of that is Democrat, basically president, but everybody want Trump to get back in office, man. You know. So things like that shows you that this place will not stand, man. And even though that these two are Edomites, they're not working together. Let's go ahead and get the same one in Isaiah 19. You know, this is the book of Isaiah 19. Isaiah 19, and I'm going to start at verse Isaiah 19. And I'm going to start at verse 2. It says, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. So basically, the Lord make you fight against yourself, man. Edomite on Edomite crime, man. Red on red crime, you know. It says, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. And it even evolved into now Russia involved. Now Turkey and Ukraine, you know what I'm saying? Israel jumping up in there, man. But for the lack of better words, it's just war on top of war on top of war while this devil is ruling, man. And when you realize why everybody hate this devil or why everybody bumping heads because of the lies that this guy pushed forth throughout the whole planet Earth, man. You know? And on top of that, in fact, let's get the scriptures to back it up, man. Let's go to Psalms, the 52nd chapter, because at the end of the day, this devil, he pushed forth lies and deceit, and he thought he was going to get away with it. But it was this truth that basically brought this devil down, man. This is the book of Psalms 52, and I'm going to start at verse 2. Psalms 52 and verse 2. It says, thy tongue devises mischief like a sharp razor, working deceitfully. And that's what these devils do, man. Through their laws and legislations, they work deceitfully. Whether it be by it's okay to be a mo, or whether it be by now it's okay for an 8-year-old to have a sex change operation, man. That's totally against the ways of Yahweh Shemal Rashai. But these devils want you to look at it as you got courage. You're such a strong person to make that decision when you still got street marks in your pants, man. But you can make a major decision in whether you want to be a woman or not, man. Which that decision wasn't up to you. Let's go ahead and continue on in verse 3. It says, thou lovest evil more than good, and lying rather than to speak righteousness. And that's this devil MO, man. They'd rather push forth unto you lies, sweet little lies, man. Instead of pushing towards you the truth, which actually that truth will save your life. And once somebody found out you lying, or somebody found out that you full of shit, then let distrust come in, man. You should not trust this place. You should not trust in the shadow of Egypt, because ultimately it's going to lead unto your shame. And I got this article right here from the tribe them. It says, letter to the editor, distrust in government keeps growing. Why is they distrusting this place? Because every time you turn around, everybody finds out that America is a motherfucking lie, man. Whether it be the image of America, America the beautiful, whether it be people come over here as a place of refuge. I took an Uber what it was. I think that was like either Friday night or Thursday night, and there was a guy. He was actually like from West Africa, man. He was like, yeah, America and Africa, they two different. He like they two places too. No, he was a Jake though. Yeah, I think he said he was like from I forgot, but I forgot what place he said, but it's from the west coast of Africa. But he was like, yeah, man, you go into the villages. Yeah, somebody you come in and stuff like that. But he was like, in America, I worked 3 jobs. He had a gas station he had a gas station shirt on, but he was working for Uber. And on top of that, he said he had another job to go into in that morning, man. Which shows you that America is not the beauty that everybody thought it was, man. Because how much you want to bet when that guy was younger? And I ain't asking about that. I should have. But how much you want to bet when that guy was younger, he thought America was a dreamland. But when you came over here, you realized it's a place of damn slavery, man. Everybody realizing that America is full of shit right now. Let's go ahead and read this article. Our democracy is under fire. In the recent polls, the public views that threats to our democracy is the number one concern. For Americans, inflation is number 2. And number one should be inflation, man. What about the money that you're sending over there to Ukraine? That's what democracy leads to. Let's continue on. Distrust in the government have been growing for many years. According to Pew Research Centers, only 2 in 10 Americans currently trust in the government to do the right thing. And that's 20%, man. 20% of people is still dumb as hell, man. Really, a lot of these people still dumb as hell, but 20% of the people is still super simple. You could be simple, but you got super simple, Continuing on. When people feel their voices aren't being heard, they turn into extreme measures. Extremism has been displayed on both the left and the right. And they're saying extremism, things like that. Really, man, it's just people not believing in certain things. Having a certain level of integrity, man. That's what people is finding upon the planet Earth. They finding integrity now, man. They stand on your beliefs. Let's continue on. On the far left, there has been rioting and burning in our cities, streets fueled by distrust of law enforcement personnel. Now, once you go into that, it was FBI government agents that did those different things. Whether it be by Black Lives Matter, they'll go over there now and put a set of bricks, man, in the middle of the city. They'll put a set of bricks in the middle of the city so people can go and throw bricks at windows and things like that. Even going back into matter of fact, I'm gonna read this on the far right. We have seen the emergence of many white nationalists and anti-Semitic groups, exposing beliefs in the Great Replacement theory and the violent overthrowing of our government witnessed January 6th. Now, that thing about January 6th, it just came out. I think that guy named Tucker Carlson, he was grilling this later on the board. He was like, okay, if this not an FBI, he was like, 1 minute y'all say y'all looking for these many people. And his name was like Ray something. And then he was like, well, 5 minutes later, Ray, he's not on that board. Do you know Ray? Come to find out, Ray was an FBI agent that was set up to, push forth a radical movement, or push forth a radical way of life, man, to incite the people to violence, man. And basically, that's the point of these devils trying to push forth a demonization act, man. That's all that is. Because at the same time, we're just going out here and pushing the truth, man. But they're going to try to lump us with this, man. They're going to try to lump us with anti-Semitic groups. How are we anti-Semitic when we Shem, man? When we come from the line of Shem, man? It says exposing beliefs in the great replacement theory and the violent overthrowing of our government. And guess what? It is going to be a violent overthrow of this current government, but we're going to do nothing. We're going to hold our peace, man. Like he says in the book of Exodus, the Lord shall fight for you and ye shall hold your peace. You don't see us marching in the streets, throwing rocks in the swords. No, man. We wait patiently on the Lord to kick things in actions, man. Let's continue on. It says, so the question becomes, where do we go from here? The only way you can go from here is down. I don't have all the answers. However, I do believe in our democracy and the underlying principles. I believe that majority of Americans are not either extreme left or extreme right. And that's a lie. You're going to have to pick a side, whether it be now or later, man. You know, these Americans, they're going to, Republicans or Democrats. But for us, man, we're picking Yahweh Shai, man. You know, because even if you do pick the Democrats or Republicans, you still choosing the ways of this world, man. Continuing on, I don't want a socialist country, but I also don't want our country to turn into a dictatorship governed by an undisciplined, power-hungry egomaniac. Is this not a form? Is this not the definition of fascism? And that's how this government is, man. Because let's say if you call somebody a mo, or you know, if you say, "Yeah, man, get out my face, you F word." Oh, you know, this guy Bob, he checking you out. You know what I'm saying? Because this guy's like he's checking you out, and this guy has enough courage to come and try to talk to you, man. You're gonna say some words to that guy. But let's say if he gonna report you to the police, man. Guess what? Then they're gonna come and arrest you for a hate crime. That's fascism right there, man. You know, it's basically a dictatorship of wickedness that's ruling this current world, man. And the only reason why they're ruling this current world, they're ruling it under the banner of lies and deceit, man. Again, it says the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. If not, and where who is he, man? You know? Yeah, and that's about it on this article, man. Because at the end of the day, this guy, he wants you to continue to vote for the right person, but that haven't been working, man. The only thing that's going to solve this problem is destruction in the truth, man. You know? Let's go ahead and get this in Isaiah 24. This is the book of Isaiah 24, and I'm going to start at verse Isaiah 24 in verse 5. It says, the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. So basically, the reason why the planet Earth is fucked up right now, because the nation of Edom is ruling, man. And we're coming up and telling these devils, declaring unto them that their rulership is over, man. We're declaring unto them that Yahweh Shema Shai finna bring down this kingdom and upraise the kingdom in righteousness. And they don't want to hear that, man. They don't want to hear the downfall of their baby Babylon, man. And the reason why we know that your downfall is coming, because of why? Your deceit is not working no more. This is the book of Isaiah 25 and verse 7. And he will destroy in this mount the face of the covering cast over all people. The veil that is spread over all nations. Yeah, the veil of deceit, man. Whether it be saying that you're African American or you're a Chinese, or whether it be saying, yeah, being gay is okay, man. That's that covering cast, that veil of wickedness that this devil spread throughout the whole world. But the water Yahweh Shema Shai, that the Lord have gave us the truth, man. To show the difference between the light and the darkness, man. To tell the difference between the things that's right and the things that's off, man. Let's go to Isaiah. Let's go to Isaiah 60 in verse 1. It says, arise, shine, for thy light is come, and the glory of the Lord is risen upon thee. And how is the glory of the Lord is risen upon thee? Through this truth, this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, because we was once in that Babylonian way of mind. Whether, you trying to get your jump straight right, you working extra hours to get studio time, or you just saving up your money so you can get a big house, man. That's a part of you, basically putting your investments in Babylon, man. But the Lord said, arise and shine, for the light is being seen upon you. How is the light being seen upon us? Through us breaking down the scriptures the correct way, man. Having the understanding of the scriptures, having the understanding of prophecy, man. Because once you have the understanding of prophecy, you're not going to give a fuck about this place, man. Yeah, you're going to get your daily bread. You're not going to be reckless with certain things, but you're not going to invest your time here. You're going to invest your time in wisdom. Let's go to verse 2. It says, "For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people." Because a lot of the people are in the dark about the things that go on, man. The secret cabal, this secret government that run things, this climate change, this climate change agenda. The only climate they trying to change is the NWO, man. They trying to get that NWO started. But Prince Charles and that guy Klaus, they're not going to make it happen, man. You know, he reminded me of the guy from Dexter's Laboratory. But for the lack of better words, these guys are putting you in the dark about things. They're not telling you about the return of Yahweh Shah. They're not telling you about the upcoming famine. They're not telling you about the wars, the rumors of wars, the apparitions that's going to come up, the evils and only evils that's going to come upon the planet Earth. These people is in the dark about the things that's going to come down the pipe, man. But let's continue on. It says, "But the Lord shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee." And that's the water Yahweh shall forgiving us this truth, man. Because that's the reason why we are arise. That's the reason why we are erected, man. You know, not basically being taken in the ways of Babylon. Let's get this real quick in 2nd Ezra 6, and I'm going to start at verse 2nd Ezra 6 at verse 27. It says, "For evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched." Yes, the lies. Being in the dark about things, because now people are distrusting the government because they realize the truth. Everybody realize now that 9/11 was a fake. He said, "You lied about this." Well, that's what you lied about, man. That's why it says, "Evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched. As for faith, it shall flourish." This truth, this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is flourishing right now, man. You going? It's a thing called Israelite TikTok, Israelite Instagram, man. Everybody heard about the Israelites now. Why? Because the truth is flourishing. Corruption shall be overcome. This kingdom is being overcome. It's getting broken down. It says, "In the truth, which have been so long without fruit, shall be declared." And that's what's being declared right now. The true wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, man, of the Bible, the things that's going on, man. Because again, Jake do not know what's going on, man. You know, they didn't know what's going on until what? They came into the sanctuary of the Most High. You know, for lack of better words, everybody have heard about Israelites, the Jews being fake, the secret cabal, the so-called Illuminati, Bush, you know, the set-up presidents, the Queen of England being a damn thief. These things are just now coming out, man. But starting off with the apostles and elders, those men have been teaching those things. The apostles and elders along down, man, we've been teaching those things, man. Martial law, man. All hell breaking loose. You see what I'm saying? The FEMA camp, martial law, those things was a laughing stock back in the day, but now people are taking heed and taking the words most serious now. Why? Because the truth is getting out there, man. So yeah, I just pray this video was edifying and say, "Call Allah Yumla, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakak Wadah, Shalom, DTA, and the Bob.